Yeah, this year we had just an amazing event in the Cape Verde Islands, Josh and Gulo's home, and we just had like insane waves. It was 10 feet and just absolutely perfect, 5 or 6 bottom turns, cross offshore, perfectly glassy, just the best conditions you can imagine. So yeah, it was just, I had the best 3 or 4 days that I've ever had of my life. I can't even compare that place with anywhere else in the world. And I've been to some pretty damn good places on the planet, and I must say, for windsurfing, the place is hands down one of the best places on the planet. It was sick.
Flame burns strong, never knew I could do
So we actually had about 2 days of really solid surf, but there was just one day that was just epic. And I suppose in one way I was fortunate, and another way that I wasn't. I was fortunate in the fact that I got knocked out early, I suppose, and I was able to have the whole day of myself of coming back through the double elimination. So basically I was sailing from early in the morning till late at night all the way through. The downside to that, of course, was by the time I got to like the semi-final, I was so damn tired that I couldn't even hang on to the boom, and that was the downside. But if I tell you, I had so many waves that day, and just with me and a couple of boys each time, we had 30-minute heat, I think, 30-minute heats. So you could just relax out there, and then the last, I think, 3 or 4 heats I had were man on man. So it was just me and like Levi, or me and Kevin, or me and Nick, just out in the water, just 2 of us with these just perfect conditions. And it was surreal. It was just unbelievable. So one of the things that sets the Neil Pride sails apart from most of the other manufacturers is that we test and design each individual size. A lot of the other designers will design one particular size, and when they get that right, they'll scale up or scale down. Whereas we, test each individual size and to make sure that you're getting the 100% accuracy with the sails. The actual design centre is upstairs here. We're downstairs here at the moment in the JP Neil Pride shop on Maui, and I'm going to take you up there in a minute and show you what the setup is up there and how we get to the end product. So yeah, we're here at the Neil Pride Design Centre in Maui. This particular place here has been here for about 6 or 7 years. We've been working out of here, and basically all the design work is done out of here. We've got the computer plotter over there behind Pete Cabrino, and down to the left side here we have the tables where they do all the cutting and sewing. And right here we've got Peter Bill. He's one of the main guys from Neil Pride. He's on the computer working. And in here, a lot of the future design work is done with Robert Straw. He's the head designer from Neil Pride. You can see up on the walls there, he's got a lot of the future development work going, and all the ideas get spat into the computer here. And Robert, churns it out, and we go out and test it. It's a great facility, and yeah, it just works so well here. Everyone's really perfect. I thought it would just be great to have a board brand that was specifically designed for the hardcore wave sailor. And 10 years ago, there was really just the large corporations, F2, Mistral, and I really thought there was a need for a hardcore brand. So I started my own board company and just making the most radical hardcore boards for the public. And that's what we set out to do. That was the goal, and we achieved that. And just from there, we sort of branched. From there, the company sort of just grew larger and larger into the freestyle, and then from the freestyle into the racing. And today we have, an awesome team, and we're one of the largest brands now on the market. And we have shapers in 2 parts of the world. We have Richard Green here in Hawaii, who's doing all the development work on the wave side. And then all the other boards are done in South Africa with Verna. So with working together with these 2 shapers, and it's just we have the best R&D I think in the world, and it's just, you can see that when you go sailing on the boards. So I'm just super stoked the way it's gone. Everything's just been like a dream really, and yeah, I hope it just keeps going. Okay, so we have quite a large team now at JP. From just myself 10 years ago, now we have some great guys. A lot of them are my very close friends. Robbie Swift, actually, one of the team guys on the wave and the slalom, lives like 2 doors away from me, and me and Robbie are sort of very tight, good friends. Play a lot of golf together, hang out, and we've done a lot of travel stories together. Robbie, I think, has a lot of potential in the waves and in the slalom. He's a super dedicated guy, and I think he's going to do really well. Some other guys on the team, wave team, is Alex Mussolini. He's another super talented guy who could quite easily one day become world champion. Alex is he's just super good on both tacks. He's great in the air, he's great on the waves. He's already proved himself here in Hawaii winning the Aloha Classic. So, and he's a really motivated character as well. And then we have the Frenchman, Baptiste Gosson, living here actually now in Hawaii, but Baptiste is a great guy, and he's been helping us out a lot with sort of getting the team organised when everyone comes here for the photo shoots. He's on all the big travel stories, and he's sort of a little bit like myself, sort of chasing the big wave. So me and Baptiste are hopefully going to have to hook up this year and do something in the South Pacific together. So that should be good. And then when we skip across to the freestyle team, we can't go past Ricardo Compello. He's obviously, one of the best freestyle guys around. And just more recently, he's been making his presence felt in the waves, particularly in Pozo, Gran Canaria. He's unbelievable in the air. And Ricardo has got an extreme amount of talent, and if he puts his mind to it as well, him and Alex will be both contenders for a world championship in the future, I think. And then in the racing, we have the one and only Micah Buzianis, who's trying to beat Antoine Elbel at the moment, and hopefully this year he can do it. He's also lives about 2 or 3 doors down from me, so it seems as though all the team is sort of like in this close little neighbourhood where I live in Hawaii, and it's kind of cool. We all hang out a lot, and yeah, hopefully Micah can get Antoine this year in the racing.
Give up, I hope I pray to be your
Yeah, so I've been windsurfing now for almost 20 years, being a professional windsurfer for 15, and I've just been super stoked on competing and just sailing in general. And I know as I've evolved over the years, the direction that I've headed has been more into the search for the perfect wave, or to try and find the biggest waves on the planet. And so the last few years I've really been concentrating on traveling to Tahiti and traveling to Tasmania and traveling to these destinations that could have the chance of finding that ultimate ride. And I think that's what's really driving me at the moment. Just the search of just finding that perfect ride. And I'll go to any length to get there right now, and that's the driving force, I think, right behind me now. Freestyle right through to the waves. Do you want me to start that again with? Hey! Shut the f up!
What?
Shut the f up! Yap, yap, yap! Shh!
Forget about your logo. You have a fee, right?
Yeah, you pay me! That was our brand manager right over there, who was yelling and ranting and raving. Anyway.